For over 10 years, the legendary cop drama Blue Bloods has hooked viewers with its intense look at the Reagan family's dedication to New York City law enforcement. But behind all that action, there's a lot fans probably have no clue about. Did you know the show almost filmed in Toronto instead of NYC? Yeah, shocking, right? And have you ever wondered why Jennifer Esposito made headlines for her controversial firing from the series? Get ready, because we're diving into 12 jaw-dropping, behind-the-scenes facts about Blue Bloods that you never saw coming. Number 1. Danny Reagan's sons are real-life brothers. One of the most mind-blowing secrets is that Andrew and Tony Anno, Sean and Jack Reagan on screen, are actually siblings in real life. Their off-screen brotherly bond shines through in every scene, making their interactions feel supernatural and relatable. Even their age gap on the show matches reality perfectly. Before landing these roles at 8 and 6 years old, both brothers were already carving their path as child actors. Tony had small roles and even lent his voice to Wilson in the animated series Chuggington from 2008 to 2011, which sharpened his acting skills for the big screen. Andrew followed close behind, stepping into Jack Reagan's shoes for his first major role. Starting on Blue Bloods so young meant they literally grew up on camera, and fans notice how their real-life connection makes their on-screen brotherhood feel genuine. From school drama to family dinners, their natural bond strengthens the emotional core of the Reagan family storyline. As they get older, the brothers are exploring different paths. Tony's focusing on his studies, hinting at ambitions beyond acting, while Andrew seems ready to stick with Blue Bloods, though he might take on other roles down the line. Number 2. The show almost packed up and filmed in Toronto. NYC is expensive, with sky-high permit fees, locations, and labor costs, and producers seriously considered Toronto as a cheaper alternative. Its cityscapes and tax breaks made it a tempting option, especially during the early seasons when budgets were tight. But moving the production could have robbed the show of its New York soul. The unique energy of the city is a major part of the series' identity, and shooting elsewhere just wouldn't have captured it. Fans might not realize how close Blue Bloods came to losing those iconic NYC streets. In the end, the decision to stay put was all about preserving the show's authenticity. The real New York City vibe was something you just can't replace. Its iconic streets, landmarks, and that unmistakable city energy gave Blue Bloods a realism fans instantly connected with. On top of that, support from city officials and film tax incentives helped the production survive the crazy costs, making it possible for the show to stay true to the Big Apple. Sticking with New York allowed Blue Bloods to stay authentic, giving viewers the real city experience they love. This choice reinforced the show's commitment to portraying the city accurately, and it's a huge part of why the series became such a hit. Number 3, a cast member was controversially fired. Amy Carlson, who played Linda Reagan, was shockingly removed after the 7th season. Her character's death in the season 8 premiere blindsided fans and left them reeling. Viewers had formed a deep bond with Linda Reagan, and her sudden exit left a big hole in the show. One of the most controversial points? She didn't get a proper on-screen farewell. Her death was only briefly mentioned off-screen as the result of a tragic helicopter crash between seasons. Fans and some cast members felt the exit was rushed and unsatisfying. Amy Carlson herself admitted in interviews she was stunned and disappointed by how her character's departure was handled. She had hoped for a storyline that truly honored Linda Reagan's role in the series. Her reaction stirred up even more controversy, exposing what many saw as poor communication and lack of respect from the producers. Donnie Wahlberg, who plays Danny Reagan, also voiced shock and sorrow at Carlson's exit. The duo's on-screen partnership had been a cornerstone of the series, making her departure hit even harder. Fans flooded social media, expressing outrage and demanding answers. Many argued that Linda Reagan was essential to the show's family dynamic and that her sudden exit disrupted the emotional flow. Producers responded by acknowledging fan reactions but stood firm, saying the move was about driving new plot lines and character growth. Linda Reagan's death, they argued, opened the door for fresh stories, especially for Danny Reagan. Number 4. Danny is played by a former boy band star. Donnie Wahlberg, who plays Danny Reagan, was once part of the mega-popular boy band New Kids on the Block. Formed in the 1980s, the group quickly skyrocketed to fame, with members Jordan Knight, Jonathan Knight, Joey McIntyre, Danny Wood, and Donnie himself stealing the spotlight. After the band split in 1994, Donnie shifted to acting, landing roles in TV and film that showcased his range and talent. In 2010, he took on the role of Danny Reagan, the tough, loyal NYPD officer who's become a fan favorite. His dedication to both his job and family makes Danny Reagan such a memorable character. Number 5. Tom Selleck was the original Thomas Magnum. Another cool tidbit, Tom Selleck first made his mark as Thomas Magnum in the classic series Magnum P.I. His portrayal is legendary and remains one of the most iconic TV roles ever, showing how some actors become timeless on-screen icons. The show Magnum P.I., which aired from 1980 to 1988, made Tom Selleck a household name. He played Thomas Magnum, a laid-back private investigator living it up in Hawaii. With a mix of charm, humor, and strength, Magnum quickly became a fan favorite and catapulted Selleck into stardom. The show dominated ratings and was insanely popular during its run. Selleck's role was a huge reason for the show's success, even earning him an Emmy for Best Lead Actor in a Drama Series. By 1984, Thomas Magnum was the role that defined his career, opening doors for countless film and TV opportunities. Selleck became synonymous with the character thanks to the iconic mustache, Hawaiian shirts, and his signature Ferrari. This role cemented him as a TV legend and paved the way for his future hits. After Magnum P.I., Selleck kept making waves in Hollywood with films and guest TV appearances, but it was his role as Frank Reagan in Blue Bloods, starting in 2010, that truly brought him back into the television spotlight. As the NYPD police commissioner and Reagan family patriarch, Selleck once again won hearts with his mix of authority and compassion. Number 6, Tom Selleck almost ditched the mustache. That mustache is legendary, one of the most recognizable features in Hollywood. It wasn't just a look, it defined his tough but charming persona on Magnum P.I. and became a key part of Selleck himself. Even as Frank Reagan, the mustache stayed iconic. But here's the twist. During season 1 of Blue Bloods, producers actually suggested he shave it off. They thought maybe he was too old for it. Selleck wasn't having it. He knew the mustache was crucial to his public image and the connection he had with fans. He believed it made his characters relatable and magnetic. Luckily, CBS executives saw it differently and agreed the mustache worked perfectly. Imagine Commissioner Reagan without it. He wouldn't look nearly as intimidating. Number 7. Commissioner Reagan's house is a real New York landmark. Blue Bloods prides itself on authenticity, especially when showing the Reagan family's everyday life in NYC. Frank Reagan's residence is portrayed as a grand home, hosting family dinners, law enforcement talks, and personal moments that reveal the heart of the family. In real life, the house used for filming is located at 8070 Harborview Terrace in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. It's owned by Maronites, Middle Eastern Catholics, and while it's private, fans passing by can still catch a glimpse. Knowing that Reagan's home exists in the real city adds a whole new level of connection for viewers. It makes the family feel tangible, and the city itself becomes a character in the show. Number 8. A former NYPD detective reviews the scripts. Blue Bloods employs James Foe, a real ex-cop, to go over scripts before filming. With his hands-on experience, Foe makes sure the stories feel authentic, reflecting what police actually face on the streets. In an interview with Country Living magazine, Foe explained, "Let's say they get a 56-page script. I'll give them anywhere between 5 to 10 pages of notes, just plugging in dialogue with more police jargon. Thanks to his expertise, real-life officers are fans of the show because it gets so close to the truth." Foe's work doesn't just cover technical accuracy, it dives into the subtle stuff, how officers relate to each other, the ethical choices they face, and the behind-the-scenes dynamics of law enforcement. That's what makes Blue Bloods feel like it's straight from the NYPD, not just a TV drama. Number 9. Len Cariou is only 6 years younger than Tom Selleck. One of the most surprising casting facts is that Len Cariou, who plays Henry Reagan, is just 6 years younger than Selleck, his on-screen son. Despite this, the father-son relationship feels totally real. Henry Reagan represents wisdom and tradition, offering guidance to his children and grandchildren. On screen, Len Cariou and Selleck bring a mix of respect, affection, and occasional disagreements that capture the depth of a family devoted to law enforcement. To make the bond believable, the costume and makeup teams work their magic. Cariou is styled to look older, with makeup that adds aging features and traditional conservative wardrobe choices. Meanwhile, Selleck's look emphasizes his active role as police commissioner. The result? The age gap disappears on screen, letting viewers focus on the characters' relationships, not the actors' real ages. Number 10. Bridget Moynahan, John Wick's wife. has her own hidden link to Hollywood action. In Blue Bloods, she plays Assistant District Attorney Erin Reagan, a key family member known for her sharp sense of justice and dedication to her work. But in the 2014 action hit John Wick, Moynahan played Helen Wick, the titular character's wife. Though brief, her role in John Wick was essential, acting as the emotional trigger for the entire story. Fans of Moynahan can appreciate her range, going from intense family drama on Blue Bloods to pivotal action thriller roles in major films. She plays Helen Wick, the late wife of John Wick. Helen's death and the gift of a puppy to her husband that follows kicks off the entire chain of events in the film. Her character is introduced through emotional flashbacks and video messages, giving us a glimpse into John Wick's happier past. Even with limited screen time, Bridget Moynahan's performance as Helen packs a huge emotional punch. The love between Helen and John, and her sudden loss, is central to understanding why John dives back into the dangerous world he'd left behind. Her presence, though brief, makes the story hit that much harder. Number 11. The dinner scenes were brutal to shoot. One of the most iconic parts of Blue Bloods is the family dinner. Almost every episode has one, and it's a core part of the show's focus on family. But filming them? It's a marathon. Some shoots stretch up to 5 hours. Capturing close-ups and coverage for as many as 9 characters is painstaking. Resetting the table and food between takes adds even more time. Actors deal with the stress in their own ways. Bridget Moynahan laughs it off. Donnie Wahlberg naps on the couch next to the set, and Tom Selleck has his own clever trick. Selleck keeps his digestion in check while on camera by pretending to butter his bread. That way, he doesn't actually eat too much, and the props stay consistent for continuity. It's a small but clever trick that helps him make it through the marathon scenes. Number 12. The Catholic League protested an episode. Blue Bloods has generally been praised for treating Catholicism fairly, showing Frank Reagan as a devout churchgoer. But in 2014, everything changed. Bill Donahue, president of the Catholic League, said the organization had been flooded with complaints about an episode in which Frank Reagan remarked that the Catholic Church was a little behind the times on issues like homosexuality. The Catholic League, dedicated to defending Catholics and ensuring fair media treatment, publicly protested Frank's comments. Members of the organization and viewers who shared their beliefs expressed strong disapproval, making this one of the show's most controversial moments. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button if you felt something real, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.